Welcome to our Petra on an agile approach to curriculum design, how to engage industry in the co-design and delivery of credit-bearing entrepreneurial modules. You will hear from us both on how the partnership began and why we felt it worked, how we use iterative design methodology, plus some insights into the module's impact. So the story began in 2016 when I joined the Careers Network department at the University of Birmingham. My role is to support the employability of our students by creating credit-bearing enterprise modules for them to engage with. These modules are embedded into the undergraduate curriculum across the university's 5 academic colleges. To do this, I take a consultative approach. I strongly believe that bringing together the 4 key stakeholders you see here enables effective collaborative provision when co-designing contextualised experiential enterprise education, all aligned to the real world of work. The 2 modules you see here are final year independent study projects totaling 40 credits. Semester 1 introduces students to entrepreneurial thinking, for example, creative problem solving and opportunity spotting. Semester 2 develops those skills even further with the encouragement to take risks and further adapt their ideas to come up with viable business solutions. I was asked to take these modules on, however the current content was quite traditional and didactic. I asked if I could redesign these modules to become more experiential. The answer is yes, but I was told I only had 3 months to do this. I was also told there was no academic lead currently assigned to the module, so I'll be doing this work on my own. The pressure was on. So where to start? I had 2 modules I wanted to completely redesign. That's 20 weeks of teaching plus assessment. I asked myself, what are the priorities? For it to be experiential, I wanted to bring in industry partners. I also wanted students working in groups, something which could be seen as risky for a final year module, but I felt the value of interdisciplinary teamwork outweighed this. I wanted to be creative and innovative with these modules, but I also needed to be realistic in what I could achieve by myself. And although my knowledge on startup methodology was good, I wanted to have a discussion with an expert in this field. So this is where Joe Trodden comes in. I'd never met Joe before. I took a look at his online profile and I instantly knew he was a person I needed to speak to. I decided to send Joe an email to see if he'd be willing to meet me for a coffee. And amazingly, Joe said yes. At this stage, I can honestly say I had no expectations of how the meeting would go. I was just grateful to have his time to get his thoughts on the modules, to learn from him on whether any new startup material could be included to these modules to add value.
But it was very clear on meeting Helen for just a few minutes that she had incredible, infectious enthusiasm. Sparks were flying. It was really clear and exciting that she wanted to explore these new ideas together and to do things differently. It was clear she wanted to do something fresh and new, which was very engaging for me as an industry practitioner. And really that's why I chose to get involved with her. Firstly, that enthusiasm, but the opportunity to co-create something. Often as an industry expert, you get asked to go in and deliver a session, but there's no context. This just felt like it was something much more deeper that would have impact that would last. So what we did was get together with an enormous whiteboard and think as big as we possibly could. This was another key part of the approach, to think big and look at the art of the possible before we started to bring it down and put it into the academic framework and into real life. But actually by doing that, it enabled us to see who we could get involved, because looking at the entrepreneurial world, there's such value when you can get the expert in that subject matter to come in. So we divided up the curriculum, looked at who the experts would be, and started to pull these partners together.
Having a lot of industry experts supporting and delivering content on the module could have been viewed as risky by some. However, the value of these experts balanced out any risks. Our students will be receiving authentic teaching and learning experiences from a wide range of sector leaders. Then along came Dr. Mercher Scrobb, the newly appointed academic lead who will be running the modules on behalf of the Liberal Arts Department. Mercher, Joe and I developed a small core team to finally tune the module ready for launch. As the module ran, we used iterative design methodology to continuously reflect and test out new ideas. We gained valuable insights from our students, which enabled us to respond to change and continue with our Agile developmental process.
And this was something that was really important for us as a group to be able to move forward. Not only the Agile approach on paper, but the connection that we had to each other. Being a small core group, setting up the agreement that we could disagree at some times, that we would have to make quick decisions. And what was exciting was seeing the output from the program. A student who wasn't sure about where they wanted to go next, getting the opportunity to try so many career paths in that condensed space of time, and then landing a job as a result of that startup experience. And the other student using the entrepreneurial module as the focal point for their interviews and when writing job applications. This whole point of difference that it gave them, this experience across so many different disciplines, being something that sets them apart in a crowded jobs market.
So now you've heard our story, we want to share with you what we felt our critical success factors were, ensuring all key stakeholders are involved in the process from beginning to end, and that time is given to develop these relationships, a bit like building your own curricular ecosystem. For us, building a small core team was essential, a team which worked in an agile way for a continuous reflection, whilst also ensuring we receive regular feedback from our students. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed our presentation and we look forward to answering any questions you have during the Q&A.